Welcome to Lingua Wire English B1. Today, we have two stories. A prison in Cameroon with its own record label, and a British reality show about changing dating habits. To help you follow today's episode, full transcripts and vocabulary lookups are available at linguawire.com. Our first story takes us to a prison in Douala, Cameroon. It sounds unlike almost any jail you might imagine. New Bell is called a city within a city. It has prison taxis, a market, and its own rough order. And at the center of that strange world is music. Daniel, you cover culture for us. What is this record label doing inside the prison?
It is called Jail Time Records. It lets inmates record songs and make music videos inside New Bell Prison. One of the best-known artists is Emperor. His video for a song called Sangando has been watched 24,000 times on YouTube.
So this is not just people singing to pass the time. It is music that has reached a real audience outside the prison.
Exactly. The source says inmates' songs have fans as far away as South Africa, the United States, and Argentina. That matters because it shows the prison is not only a place of punishment. For some people inside, music has become a way to be seen and heard.
The prison itself sounds very crowded and very improvised. How does daily life there work?
There are inmates who act like taxis running messages across the courtyards. There are also prisoners who help the guards keep order. And there is a market too, with stalls selling things like fried cassava and beignet pastries.
That picture is vivid. A prison with messages, trade, and music all happening at once. But the studio itself sounds basic, not glamorous.
Yes, it is very simple. The recording booth is small and hot, and it is attached to a room with just one computer. Still, the people behind it say it has a strong emotional effect. A former inmate who co-founded the project called it an instrument of resistance.
That phrase stands out. So the music is not only entertainment, but also a kind of release.
That is how they describe it. They say it helps them share friendship, love, and their voices. For a moment, they forget the four walls around them.
And there is also a documentary about it now, which means this small prison project has clearly drawn outside attention.
Yes, and that attention matters. It turns a local prison story into something wider about creativity, survival, and how people build meaning in difficult places.
Our second story is from British television, but it says a lot about real life too. Love Island has always been about dating. Now it also shows changes in who makes the first move. Daniel, you are our correspondent for Society on this one. What changed this time?
In the latest series, the opening coupling changed. For the first time in the show's history, the women made the first choice instead of the men. That is a big shift. The old setup gave men the first move, and this new rule changes the balance right away.
So the show itself has changed its script, not just the people inside it.
Yes, and that is why people are talking about it. The show is often seen as a mirror of dating culture, so even a small rule change can feel symbolic. A sociologist quoted in the story says this reflects a wider change in society. Women may now approach first more often.
The article also goes back to an older moment from the show, doesn't it?
It does. In 2018, Megan Barton Hansen pulled Wes Nelson for a chat. She spoke to him before waiting for him. She said she did not want to wait, and later people gave her a harsh nickname. Some critics said she moved too quickly between relationships.
So one woman making the first move became a public argument about dating rules, fairness, and even sexism.
Exactly. Barton Hanson argued that girls were judged more harshly than men, and that point still feels relevant in the new series. What is striking now is that the same kind of action does not feel as unusual. 8 years later, it feels more normal on screen.
And the audience side of this matters too. The show is still popular, even if live viewing is not what it used to be.
Yes, the story says that at its peak, around 5 million people watched every night. It is still ITV's biggest show among 16 to 34-year-olds. So this is not just a dating show story. It also shows changing social habits, especially choice, confidence, and who acts first.
Part 1. 3 words from Story 1. Record label. A company or group that releases music. Here, Jail Time Records is the prison's own record label. Example: her first record label was very small. Inmates, prisoners. In the story, inmates recorded songs and made music videos. Example: the inmates were allowed into the yard for a short time. Courtyard. An open space inside a building or group of buildings. In the story, the prison concert happened in the courtyard. Example: the children played football in the courtyard. Part 2. Be watched by. We use be watched by to say who sees a video, show, or event. The video for his song has been watched by 24,000 people. Love Island is watched by millions of people every night. Repeat after me. Be watched by. If Lingua Wire is helping you, the kindest thing you can do to support our growing team and language learning program is leave a rating wherever you're listening. It's how other learners find the show. And if something could be better, tell us through the feedback form at linguawire.com.